Despite what Uncle Dave says, credit cards are not only useful for rewards and cash back, but can be a great tool for building credit as well. So with that being said, today I wanted to go over the 5 best credit cards to consider adding to your wallet this year.
Guys, you are looking at the owner of his own credit card.
The first one is the Chase Freedom Flex card. I'd say probably one of the best things about this card is its welcome bonus. So if you were to sign up for this card, you only need to spend $500 within the first 3 months of owning the card to get a $200 bonus. And I know that spending $500 might sound like a lot, especially if you're not wanting to spend too much on your credit card starting out. But if you're using your card for purchases that you make already a few times a week, within a 3-month period, it's definitely doable. When it comes to rewards, you'll get up to 5% cash back on travel purchases, which would have been super helpful for me because I recently just booked a trip to Hawaii, which I'm of course really excited for, but it is super expensive. So that 5% cash back would have been really nice.
Unfortunately, we only have our suites left.
Oh boy.
The Waldorf Astoria at $8,000 per night and the Presidential at $12,000.
You'll also get 3% back on restaurants and drugstores, and then 1% back on everything else. What's also really nice about this card as well is on top of the rewards and the welcome bonus that you get, there's also a $0 annual fee, which is awesome considering there are some credit cards out there that have a nearly $700 annual fee. So the Chase Freedom Flex card is definitely one to check out if you haven't already. This next one is the Capital One Platinum card. This is another $0 annual fee credit card, and it's a solid option, especially if your credit score isn't already very high. The rewards for this card might not be amazing compared to other cards. There isn't a welcome bonus when you sign up. In fact, there aren't really any rewards at all, but it is great for building up your credit score. With this card, you have the ability to increase your credit limit as soon as 6 months of owning the card. So instead of having to open up another credit card to increase your credit limit, with this card, Capital One will automatically review your account after 6 months for a potential credit line increase, as long as you're making payments on time and keeping your credit usage low. And by doing this, you're not only able to increase your credit limit, but essentially increase your credit score as well. So in my opinion, the Capital One Platinum card is probably best if you're just getting started in the credit card world and looking to build your credit. Number 3 is the Discover It Secured card. This is another card that is great for building your credit, but also comes with some nice rewards as well. With this card, you'll get 2% cash back at restaurants and gas stations, but the 2% cash back is limited to $1,000 per quarter or $4,000 per year, but you still get unlimited 1% cash back after you hit that quarterly limit. What's really cool about the Discover It Secured card is that it comes with Discover's cashback match, which means it will match the total amount in rewards you received in the first year. For example, if you earned $100 in rewards your first year of owning the card, Discover will give you an additional $100, making your total amount in rewards at $200 for that first year. You have to remember though that this is a secured card, so you'll have to make a cash deposit up front to guarantee your credit line. And with this card, it can be a minimum of $200 and a maximum of $2,500. So the Discover It Secured card is great for building up your credit and also receiving decent rewards along the way. This next one is the Capital One SavorOne card. Not to be confused with the Capital One Savor card. It's kind of confusing, not sure why they do that. But again, it's the Capital One SavorOne card. So this is one of my favorite cards because there's so many benefits that come with owning it. There's a huge variety of rewards that are offered with this card, like 3% cash back on restaurants, entertainment, streaming services, and grocery stores, and then another 5% back on travel purchases like hotels and rental cars. You'll also get 10% cash back when you buy from both Uber or Uber Eats. So a lot of awesome benefits with this card, plus a $0 a year annual fee. On top of all that, you'll get a $200 welcome bonus if you spend $500 within the first 3 months of using the card, which I think I mentioned this before, but that is pretty easy to do if you're using a credit card for most of your purchases. It's essentially a free $200 just for being approved and using a credit card. So if you're already spending quite a bit on food and entertainment, you might want to consider applying for the SavorOne card. The last one at number 5 is the Chase Sapphire Preferred card. So this card, especially compared to the other cards I just mentioned, is probably better for those who are a little more experienced and maybe make a little bit more money, but also spend more too. And the reason why I say that is because there is a $95 annual fee to own this card. But despite that fairly high fee, there are some awesome features and rewards that kind of offset that cost. So this is a travel card, meaning instead of earning cash back on your purchases, you'll be earning points. And those points can then be used as credit towards travel. And a good example of this is this card's welcome bonus. When you spend $4,000 within the first 3 months, you'll earn 60,000 points, which translates to about $750 towards travel. And again, I just booked that trip to Hawaii, so being able to save $750 on that trip would have been really nice. Now I'm wondering why I didn't just sign up for this card a few months ago.
congratulations, you played yourself.
When it comes to earning points, you'll earn 5x points on travel purchases and 3x points on dining, streaming services, and grocery stores. You'll also get a $50 hotel credit every single year, which is another factor that makes that $95 annual fee seem totally worth it. So the Chase Sapphire Preferred card is definitely ideal if you're someone that travels often and need a card that helps you save a lot on travel. As always guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully this video was helpful and I'll catch you next time. See ya.